What's up, Dividend Nomads? Right now, the market has dropped for 5 weeks straight. And this is exactly the point where a lot of people make the biggest mistakes in their entire investing journey. Not when things are going up, but right now. And I've been through this before, and I'm going to talk to you about how I think about it and also how this affects you and some things you can do to avoid making a bad decision that costs you years. So, the market been down for 5 weeks straight now. It's more than just the news cycle. There's other stuff that's been going on and building up over time, leading to this. And basically, there's just a lot of fear and uncertainty. And if there's anything the market hates, it's uncertainty. And yeah, it doesn't feel good, right? But there's definitely mistakes people make in this time. And some of those mistakes are like panic selling or just stopping investing at all or overall and open up your portfolio all the time and obsessing over these daily losses. People don't lose money because of the market. They lose money because how they react to the market. And when you keep looking at your portfolio every single day, you keep getting these emotional triggers or feelings. And oftentimes we make an emotional decision. We react. And sometimes we try to frame it as logic. Oh, I'm going to sell out of this thing and buy this thing over here instead and put my money over here. And you try to frame it in a logical way like that. But a lot of times, those moves are too late and you've missed that and you end up, hurting yourself more in the long run by doing those type of things. So for me, I just stay calm and try not to react and, try not to get too tied up in your emotions about it. And there's several ways that you can do this too. And like for me, one of the things that I do for one is I definitely focus on income because I know money's always coming in, but I also look at things through a long-term lens, not exactly, making gains right now every single day because that's where the emotional part comes in. Um, Down markets are normal, right? They happen. This is nothing new. This is where opportunities actually come from. So, people out there saying, oh, the sky is falling and everything's collapsing. This isn't the end. This is just part of the process. The market goes up, the market comes down, it goes up, it comes down. But, it's always hitting new highs, all-time highs. It just has to come back down and cool off for a bit. And right now, when you have these times of fear and uncertainty, this is one of those times where things are coming down and cooling off. And a lot of stocks right now, especially Mag 7 stocks, are definitely in bear market territory, which means, they're great companies. It's probably a good time to start buying. Sorry, I'm still a little bit sick. But, one of the things about this is if you're having doubts and uncertainty yourself and fear, you're having these emotional feelings that make you want to react to this situation, there's a couple of things that exposes about you. And that is, number one is you may need to change your investing strategy if you feel that way, because that shows that you don't have, that long-term lens or the long-term conviction into what you're actually doing. So maybe you need to take a step back and look at your investments and decide, are these really things that I really want? Is this really what I believe in? What is my overall investing philosophy? Like sometimes you need to really look at those things because if those things are not on point and not in alignment with you, that leads to these fears and emotional reactions that you're feeling right now. And then also, you have to look at some other things as well, like your not just your investing philosophy, but your entire financial philosophy. And you need to be sure that you're in a good position financially. And what that means basically is making sure there are certain things in place, like eliminating bad debt, right? Like credit card debt, or basically any debt on anything that is a depreciating asset, which isn't really an asset at all, right? Like a car or something like that, right? If you have a car payment, that car is going down in value all the time. It's a depreciating asset. Those are debts that we don't want to have, debts that we want to eliminate, credit card debts, debt that we want to eliminate. There are some good debt out there, like maybe like a mortgage for a home, which not all of those are good debts, but depending on when you bought your home, a lot of homes are going up in value. So that's usually not really a bad debt, or maybe some debt for a business. That's how companies in the stock market, they're all in debt because they use this debt as leverage to grow their business. So some of these debts can be good, but eliminating bad debt is going to be like one of the number one things that's going to help you be in a better position financially. Because if your financial life is tight, every little drop in the market, it feels like a dangerous threat. And that's why it feels like a threat, because you are financially squeezed because of debts and things like that. And there's also other things you could do financially to put yourself in a better position. Like before you even start investing is actually having some type of emergency fund that can sustain your current life, or at least let you survive for, most people say, like 6 months. I have 3 years worth of living expenses saved in cash, but I'm extremely conservative in that aspect due to this things that's happened in my past. You don't have to have 3 years. Most professionals recommend 6 months, but you do need to have some level of cushion there before you go into these things. But there's a lot of things that we can't control. We can't control the markets. We can't control the geopolitics and the news headlines and all these things. But there are things that we can control, and those things are stuff like our spending habits and our debt and our overall behavior, like our investing behavior, our financial behavior. We can control those things. Those things are under your control, not anybody else's. And once you get those things under control, these down markets and geopolitics and headlines of stuff, they really don't make much noise in your life anymore if you have all the things under control that you can control. And your investing in financial philosophy is in alignment with your life. And this is exactly why I actually put together a free guide, because most people are trying to invest their way out of life, and they're living a life that isn't designed for them in the first place. And so I did create a free guide about that. Just check it out. And, it's just moments like these where people either build wealth or they destroy their wealth. And the difference isn't about being intelligent. So stop saying to yourself, oh, I'm not smart enough to do this, or I'm doing something wrong. That's not what it is. It's your behavior. And once you get that locked in, investing will become much easier and things will feel like less of a threat. So stop beating yourself up and stuff like that, and just go back and have a look at your financial philosophy and your investing philosophy and start working to get those things in check, working to build that emergency fund, working to eliminate that debt and get on the right track. And once you handle that, you'll be good to go. And that's what has worked for me. Like I said, you don't need the 3 years. I'm just ultra conservative in that aspect. But I do recommend having at least like 6 months, like the professionals recommend. But I just wanted to make that for you guys and let you guys know that, that this is normal. Don't beat yourself up. Just take a step back and evaluate things in your life and see if everything is the way that you truly want it, and are you doing what really aligns with where you want to go in your life, not just financially, but overall. What you're doing, it is aligned with what you really want. And that's really all I got for you guys today. I can't talk too much. I'm about to lose my voice. I've been a little bit under the weather here. Got my microphone here. Anyway, check out the free guide below and all that stuff, man. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Y'all take care.